Hey again everybody, this is Will Davis, back with the next video. Had a little break there because I got sick, had a respiratory infection, but we're back underway now. I had some other content planned, but this came up and I decided this was interesting enough to slide into the video schedule here. Bought this locally just a couple weeks ago. And it's got several interesting stories to go with it, so I thought you might like to hear them. First of all, this is a Fairbanks Ward portable typewriter. Now that, you see that name right there. Okay, that's probably not familiar to very many of you, and that machine may not look familiar either. Some of you will think that I just said Fairbanks Morse, known for making diesel engines, railroad locomotives, what have you. I did not. The companies have nothing to do with each other. I think some of you know that I'm a railroad nut, come from a railroad family. These are all late model operating manuals. Let's just see, where's this one here? Oh, this is the local railroad, AC&Y 207. Real late H1644 with an air throttle, GE equipment. Anyway, I did not say Fairbanks Morse. I said Fairbanks Ward. So, 3 stories with this typewriter. First of all, how I got it. And it's such a typical story. We've all heard it. We all own machines like this. It was bought years ago by somebody in the family. Turned out the lady I bought it from was her uncle. It was passed around, passed down. Finally, you get far enough away, generation-wise and time-wise, I decided to let go of it. I bought it. The lady had looked at my profile, saw that I was a collector, so she knew it was going to be in good hands. So, well taken care of. Still has all of its original tools, instruction manual, case in pretty good shape. The handle's separated, but that happens. Second story is, who's this? Fairbanks Ward. So, Fairbanks Ward was a company that acted as a distributor in the United States. They were not an end seller. They distributed goods, all of them imported, to various U.S. retailers. Some of them bigger department stores, but many of them smaller. And in addition to providing the goods, they also provided advertising mats. An advertising mat is just the whole of the ad that the retailer is going to use. So Fairbanks, here's a page out of a paper, 1958. That's when this was sold. Here's the mat provided by Fairbanks Ward right here. And then you put it, the retailer puts in their information here, and then this is also blank on the advertising mat. This right here, the terms and the price on which the retailer wants to sell it is blank. So they set the price and any terms here, but otherwise they provide all this here. So 1958 that ad was. Within a short time, Fairbanks Ward would get in trouble with the Federal Trade Commission because they were making a lot of claims in their ads that were completely untrue. They advertised 2 for 1 when it wasn't. This ad here says, never before this price. Well, this typewriter just hit the market when they introduced it, so it couldn't have been at that price anywhere prior to this time. They even made claims about items that were manufactured in Sweden, but actually they came from Japan. So they got hammered by the Federal Trade Commission. This typewriter was sold, the Fairbanks Ward Deluxe here. This was sold beginning September 58 through Christmas. Advertisements seemed to go away after that. 59, same ads, same typewriter back, probably the same batch imported. They sell them out, and the machine is in remainder by the beginning of 1960, and it disappears. Now, the third story is, what is this machine? Well, this machine is actually made in Czechoslovakia, and this is one of the first models of the Consul portable. Some of you may know, Jabrohovka Brno, Czechoslovakia, was a Remington licensee prior to World War II. After the war, when things settled down and industry was starting back up, the decision was made to design their own typewriters, and they called them Zeta. Standard machine came out pretty soon after the war, and a portable Zeta came out 1950. 1958, they made changes, improvements, and rebranded the typewriter as Consul and offered it for sale for export around the world. Some of them are rebranded like this one you see here for either distributors overseas or for end users. There were two basic models that showed up in 58. You'll see this one. You'll see this again, a couple different names, and sometimes smooth paint instead of crinkle. And you'll see this one. This is a simpler machine. So this typewriter here, obviously 44 keys, keysat tabulator, ribbon selector. It has automatic margins, movable page edge guide. This is a much simpler typewriter. No tabulator, no ribbon selector, manual set tabs, no page edge guide. Excuse me, manual set margins, no tabulator at all, and much cheaper. $10 cheaper. This one does say President on the front. It's hard to make it out. These two machines appeared, again, 1958. 1960, a flat typewriter came on the market. You'll notice I did not describe this as ultra anything because that's not a real industry term. The manufacturers themselves describe that as a travel typewriter, and the industry term in the United States here for machines of this class was flat. So this appeared in 60. Again, notice the white outer keys on all these, typical of early Consul machines. There was somewhat of an uproar about these machines in hearings in front of the U.S. Congress in the 1960s, as it was revealed that East German and some Czechoslovakian machines were making it into the United States bypassing import tariffs. Some of those were, the Czechoslovakian machines, were actually being assembled in Canada by Commodore and then shipped to the United States. Others were coming in under the full tariff, and others were skipping it. And I knew somebody years ago, I'm not going to mention her name, they passed away, and I'm still not going to mention her name, that told me that he was part of a scheme to get East German and Czechoslovakian machines in here around the tariffs. So there were complaints, largely by Royal, to the Congress about these machines coming into the United States, and this is the beginning of foreign competition for the American manufacturers in the United States. Some of them would be damaged very badly by it, others wouldn't. But it's the beginning of the modern era, what we think of really when you could buy machines from overseas very easily in the United States. Finally, I've discovered a couple documents online in Slovak that tell me that we probably don't have the model numbers for these that were used internally by the manufacturer correct. I've discovered some other model number references for machines that appeared in 57 that don't seem to match up with any records we have, and we can't match in machines to them. So I've started some research with some other collectors to try to figure out what the actual internal designations for these machines was. Again, if you look at the advertising for this, there's no model number anywhere. It doesn't really say anything. It's the Fairbanks Ward Deluxe. If you find the ads for this one, it'll just be President Portable Typewriter. The instruction manuals. Here are some the instruction manual for this machine right here. Just instruction guide, portable typewriter. Here's one for a slightly different machine. Again, no model number at all. Only later, for the small machines and machines in the 1960s, do you begin to see model numbers on the manuals. So it's the machines in the 50s we need to figure out. So anyway, you'll probably be seeing results of that in future videos or on the blog. But this is a nice typewriter. It's in great shape. It was a good buy. It's got a good story. And opened another avenue of research. So hope you enjoyed this. A couple programming notes. The Austin Typewriter Inc. podcast that David Torres and Everett Henderson did with me is now up. I will put a link to that below this video. So if you want to get even more, I tell some stories on there too. So you might want to check that out. Also, a long-awaited book from Jet Morton on the Oliver typewriter was just released Friday, and I got in on the first day. Was able to get a copy. So that's on the way. Might see a review of that. I've been waiting for that book for a long time. So I'm looking forward to that. Got plenty more content for videos coming up soon. So hope you stay tuned. We'll see you again soon.